Hey YouTubers, it's Phantom on a Budget. There I am in the photo. I'm not out in front of the camera today, but I wanted to give you all an update on Halloween 2012. For me, doing a lot of different prosthetics and mold work and work with gelatin, and I thought I'd give you kind of a picture tutorial, if you will, and update everybody on that. So give you some ideas and some inspiration, hopefully, for this year or next year. Uh, it's been fun. I hope everybody's had a good year. Just back from Vegas, and I have a few updates at the end of this video with new pictures. And of course, first things first, gotta get a plan together for whatever you want to do. So, what I had to do is go out and buy some new supplies, spend some money, and what I came up with is really just a lot of plaster repairs, which you can see. Didn't need that much, but sculpting tools, head form to work off of, and whatever kind of clay that you like to work with. I like oil-based because it doesn't dry out when I'm working with it. A lot of people like water-based clay, but whatever floats your boat there. Sculpting tools are really handy. I really don't know how to use any of them, but I'm sure if you're a little bit artistic, unlike me, you can make good use of them. So first mold that I did was a zombie prosthetic, and there it is. It's pretty cheesy looking. If you look at the right side of the picture, it's not really that great. But going for like a torn lip effect, ended up only using the right side of the mold, which is on the left side of this photo. So I thought it looked better. The entire thing is a little bit cheesy, so I decided not to go with it. So I did the rough out, which is what you're looking at right now, just kind of a rough sculpt. And then I decided to go ahead and finish that up, and then get the clay base, which if you don't have a whole lot of clay to use, a lot of people like to build the whole wall out of clay, but if you don't have that much, do what I did. I have the tinfoil wall of doom. So tinfoil is great. Just stick it in the clay there, and it helps keep all the plaster in, and you can get your mold out of that. Let it sit for a day or two, pull it off, let it cure, and then you can start putting whatever material in that you want to use. And for this one, what I did was gelatin. Decided to stay away from the latex this time around, wanted to try something new, and this is just special effects gelatin. Put in the mold, it dries in a matter of minutes, cools off, and you're ready to go. I like gelatin for this because it's got a really kind of lifelike feel to it. It's a little bit heavier than the latex and the cotton prosthetic that I can pull out of there, but I just wanted to try something new this year. So pretty happy with how that looked. Again, just the right side of that mold. Definitely better than using the whole thing. And I'm hoping that the zombie looks pretty good. I don't have time for a trial run, I just have to go ahead and do it. So, good luck to me. Next one I did was a robotic nurse for our little asylum, and that's just a rough out of the torn flesh, kind of a Terminator look if you think of it that way, with the joint exposed there. And what I did is pull that in the same fashion as the zombie mold, and then again pulled it out of in gelatin, and then painted it with PAX, and then PAX is just prosthetic adhesive mixed with acrylic paint. So that gives the silver paint look, and you see there's holes all over that mold, that prosthetic, because the mold had holes in it. The plaster repairs didn't sit very well. I didn't have time to redo it, so I just kind of worked it into the makeup and went from there. So again, in gelatin, loving that material right about now, and there you go. That's more gelatin cubes that I had to cut. I had these giant bottles of it, and couldn't work with it in the bottle, so I cut it up, and 10 seconds in the microwave, and they melt right away, and it's very effective, very easy to use, really dummy-proof gelatin is. And if you don't have a mold, just throw it on a piece of paper, or actually right on a table or glass actually, and work with it until it cools, and you can get great effects like this, like a burned or torn or whatever kind of gnarly looking skin effect. Did that a few times and came up with these, just a bunch of burn effects to cut, just kind of whatever I could do. You see on the left side there's the gelatin cubes. And the last mold that I did is a cut stomach effect, so that's just a rough out of it. I also pulled this out in a mold, and I'll be doing this with latex and cotton because it's going to be lighter for the actor to wear, and I didn't want to have to spend that much gelatin because it's a huge mold. So that's pretty much that, and I'm looking forward to that effect. It's hopefully gonna be pretty scary, and throw some fake intestines in there, and we'll see how it goes. So those are some ideas and some explanations of what I did for Halloween this year, in case anybody was confused from any of the videos that I've done before. And from there, we're gonna do a quick update on the Vegas trip. End of August into September, a bunch of us went out, and these are just the photos of my prosthetics that I did. And these are the homemade Phantom prosthetics. You see, I kind of switched up the coloring scheme this time and did more reds and pinks. Try to get really just a more dramatic effect out of the coloring, and I'm really very happy with this makeup. Definitely by far the best I've ever done. I'm very happy with how the prosthetics pulled and how the color took. I was just winging it, and got a lot of compliments on it, so I just had a ball wearing it, and I thought it came out great, so I was very proud. Here's the front look, and very dramatic effect. I think the 3D effect of it's great. It had some perspective up on the nose too, and just again the coloring just popped so much better than anything else I've done before. So I'm very happy with it. And of course, got to hang out with a lot of great people. And here's a friend of mine, Phantom Sal. She's on YouTube and DeviantArt. She did a great makeup. Did the whole Vegas deformity. She built everything on her face was built by latex and cotton, the old style method, building it on her face. And she actually pre-made a full skull crater out of latex and cotton, and she did the whole thing, the bald cap routine, the fake hair, the full skull crater, and of course the very dynamic coloring and the prosthetics that she built on her face. It just came out awesome. Sorry, I'm sickly and dying. So we had a great contrast between the two of us. We had the old classic Phantom and the Vegas style Phantom, and it was a great send off. And I'm just very, very thankful for everybody that showed up that week, the great fans that came out, and of course the cast and crew of Phantom Las Vegas. Just want to thank all you guys for being as awesome as you have been to us over the last several years. Very supportive of your fans, and we definitely appreciate it. So hats off to you all, and it was an incredible experience that whole week. So I was very, very happy to have been a part of that. So that was Vegas. So that's it. That's Halloween 2012. Some basic gelatin prosthetic tutorials. If you have any questions, please let me know. www.phantomonabudget.com. My email is on there. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Hopefully you have a great and happy Halloween this year. Stay safe. And always try new things, and that's what I did this year, and I really enjoyed it. So take care, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.